Okay. Well, it is a lovely Thursday evening, and I have two new items that I am going to unmold here. They are not castings. Obviously, anyone who does molds knows that these are fresh molds with the items still in it that I used to make the mold. Um, so this is the fun part. This is Mold Star 15 Slow from Smoothon. www.smooth-on.com. Incredible products, incredible people. Their products will absolutely change your life and make you happy little campers. I have to start learning how to get in closer to my items and get a little more detailed. Um, I mean, I did my best, really. You could kind of see the impression of the dish there. I think I got pretty close on this, but the last ashtray mold that I made, that was huge. Oh, yeah, I can't even reuse any of this. I hate waste. And it's just about impossible to not waste. This is going to get all trimmed a lot. That is a little piece of clay, which the mold didn't even touch that area, so I don't even need that. But there was a chip in the bottom of this. These are like antique dishes. And I was just trying to fill in that spot so it didn't show. But the silicone never even made it to that spot, so that's good. Let me just turn this on a minute. Hold on a second here. I have to, I also have to film at the same time I'm doing my feeds. That's just how it goes. Okay. So we're good now. Let's see if I can. This is a oblong dish, and I don't want to mark up my mold trying to scrape it around in there. So that's the old-fashioned dish. I mean, I really did think I did get it pretty close. And it is a long dish. I mean, I don't see how I could have done that one any better. I do my best. So real quickly, I'm just going to trim off the edges that stick up and drive me crazy. It's kind of a coffin shape. I just don't want all these little pieces going on my desk right now. It's pretty good. Can't get them perfect, but I like to get that little thin stuff off. So this is another new dish. I'll be listing that one up on the website. Has a little bit of details on the corners. And with any luck, I will be pouring in that one tonight. I have a couple of things I have to get done and put in the pressure pot before bed. So I think I will pour in there. And let me get a picture of this quickly. I don't even know. I may have been out of camera when I did that last video. Okay, here is the next little surprise we have. Now this one, I actually took the corners that I cut off of another mold because it was so thick, and I actually placed the corners in this mold to save on pouring silicone in. So that's what I did to try to, I've got to try to not waste any of it because it's just too darn expensive and it takes me too long to save up till I can get my next batch to create with. So I'm trying to be careful. I was given some tips on how to make my ashtray mold smaller and better, so I'm going to, with the help of my husband, get some PVC pipe, and we're gonna see if I can slim that mold up a bit because it's huge. It's a good solid mold. Which I may end up peeling the corners off that I put on there, but I didn't want to waste any. So I still may take those corners back off. Okay. So here we have it. I actually thought this was something else, but that's another mold that I still have to make. Oh, okay, come on, baby. Don't tear my mold. Tore my mold just a tiny bit on the, see the flap there? So it's a glass sphere that I used. And that's a beautiful shiny mold in there. Just a tiny little tear. It goes back into place, so I'm not really going to worry about it much. I literally have repaired silicone molds before. I would take a little toothpick and take a little of the mold star that's mixed for another project and just stick a hairline of it in there and let it stick together. And I have fixed a couple other molds. I can't say this one is going to fix perfectly, but that's what I'll end up doing to it once I get some stuff out. So again, this was like this. So if you could see, that was flat. Might be a little bit extra on there, but still a kick-ass mold. I'm loving it. Of course, I get excited over things more than most people do. I can't wait to stick a rose in there. This is what I wanted this one for, to cast some flowers in. I just started putting a bunch of different flowers in cups and filling them with sand so that they dry in their proper positions. Pretty excited about that. Trim this up. Again, this is a larger size mold. So I have to do my math on my costs, my time, and then I couldn't tell you right now what it's going to sell for on the website. But it's trimming up nicely. And I'll show you something in a second here. If you look closely, you see that corner? In that corner, they're a little upraised. That's where I put the corners of the silicone from the other molds in the box that I made. So if I want to come across I have nice thin razor blades. I could cut that straight down and straight down and straight down. When I make the next one, it's not going to be in a box. I'm going to figure out something to go around this and make it round, so I'm using less. This is going to be my mold, and the next one that I make hopefully will be a little bit slimmer. So here we have it. 2 new molds. And I will show you, probably make a video and post it up, but I'll still show you. These are the other 2 trinket molds. If you saw the molds I was opening up before, I did this on my other channel, LaCranch Creations, and took them out of, these are the castings. And there's a faint little bouquet of flowers that you could see on this one. It's pretty cool looking. And of course, this is from my other trinket mold. These are all listed on my website. Well, these 2 will be listed up in a couple hours. And I will list the round one and the oblong one up. And my molds are made to order, so I will just make them when they're ordered. And this was a cute one. Cute little amethyst tips. That's that mold that's listed up. I also have an Etsy page, LaCranch Creations. And just to look at this again, this is the gigantic, huge, heavy crystal mold, crystal ashtray mold, which with the tip of that crystal and the bottom of it, it's just about exact. It's not like I went crazy. It matches the size. What we're going to try to do is use a pipe just to get some of the circumference off the extra and just make it a tighter fit, a better fit. I still have two more brand new molds that I have not done yet. So I have two more that I still need to cast. So you're going to have a couple more surprises. I have some other little ones that I'm going to be working on that are in the wings. And I'm pretty excited about those too. So check out the links for the Smooth On Company website where you can get your supplies at. Um, my favorite epoxy is Epoxy Cast 690. Fantastic stuff. I absolutely adore it. And please use proper PPE. Wear your respirators, wear your goggles, wear a full face respirator, wear your nitrile gloves, and I wear a hazmat suit to cover any of my skin, my scalp. I don't want to take any of that upstairs into my home. I'm in the far corner of a basement with uh, an exhaust system, and I do as much protection as possible because I have had chemical burns from. Um, I watched a few too many videos where people were not protecting themselves, and so their influence caused me to get chemical burns, and I had to learn the hard way that they were not demonstrating proper use because when you add pigments to your um, epoxy and you heat it up, it creates a danger for you, as well as sanding makes it even more dangerous. So please practice proper PPE and be safe, people. Make beautiful things and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Check out my other YouTube channel. Link should be in the description. I will double check on that. Check out my website and check out the Smooth On site. Their products are life changing and they will make you smile. Make something beautiful, rock on, have a great day or night. And subscribe to my other channel because I'm doing a giveaway of 3 items in 2 days on May 4th. Nobody claimed 3 items, so we're going to redraw. Ciao.